Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the SU-14-2, otherwise known as the Special Duty Heavy Triplex or the school bus. And this one's a Kit Kat Chunky. Well, anyway, it's located on the north spawn of Serene Coast and it's under the command of HemiKitten. It's the Tier 8 Soviet SPG. I forgot to mention that. Well, our Kit Kat Chunky is moving. And you might have noticed it's actually turned blue. Well, that's an unfortunate reaction of the skin to the Christmas decorations, I think. It's turned our chocolatey tank into a blue tank. Well, I'm sure it's something that Rusty will have to look at sometime when he gets a chance. And HemiKitten's moving it into a firing position in the bushes, but she knocked over a tree there. But that might be a double bluff because once she's knocked that tree over, I'm not sure she's going to stay behind it. I think she's moving, yep, slightly off. And she's now aiming at the enemy. And our first customer is an ISM. Well, something I think you may have noticed is the SU-14-2's got a very narrow arc. At distance, it's okay, you can work with it. But at very short range, it can be a bit of a problem because if you have to adjust your aim by moving the vehicle, as she's doing right now, that means you get massive reticule bloom, as she just did, and it means your team have to, your crew have to quickly work to dial in the aim again. Something you don't tend to get so much of in Artys which have a wide arc, and she's firing at that M103, and it goes long, but it still stuns him. Unfortunately, she couldn't fire closer because she's got some of her teammates nearby and she didn't want to stun them. If she'd aimed slightly short, more than likely the shell would have affected them as well. And here she's got a target on his own, a VK-7201, and the M103 has been killed. She's lining up her shots. She was getting a red line there for a moment, so the rock was in the way. And looks like the GWE fired in and he stunned those tanks. HemiKitten's just fired in and got a direct hit on the front of that 7201, but she only did 44 hit points of damage, but she has picked up some damage assistance from the tracking. Now she's got a 36.32 second reload on this Arty. This Arty is based on the T-35 tank, the chassis for the T-35, which is a truly dreadful tank. It really didn't work. It was just too big, really. Okay, trying to get a shot on the Tiger 2 and the VK, and it's difficult to, but she fires the round in, and yes, she does get some splash off the Tiger 2 and stuns both of those tanks, and they're about to get hit by the E-75. And he does, he fires the round in, so he picked up some stun assists. DK's being very aggressive and he's just fired a massive round into the E-75, who's now pulling back, and I think he realises he needs to be a bit further back from that tank. He's pulling up again. Can we help? Yes, I think we can. And it's a big hit, 149, but it has stunned him. Unfortunately, one of our teammates is wiped out just then, the Object 257. Taken out by an FB4005. So we know that there's a ship barn somewhere to the west, and we've just lost the ISM to the 7201. Now this time we're going to aim for that Tiger 2, I think. Or are we? No, I think we're going to go back to that 7201, who's still being a bit of a nuisance. Trying to get a solution. We fired in, and it goes long, very long, and both of our E-75s fire at the 7201, who's now moved over to the other side. We've still got 20 seconds before we're loaded, but if we can get around onto that 7201, it should make it easier for our E-75 to get a shot in. And we just lost a massive amount of hit points from one of our E-75s. In fact, both of them are now one-shots. So we really do need to put a round into that 7201, and we're almost loaded. Now, it rounds out straight away. Direct hit, 423, but we lose one of the E75s. But it means the 7201 is now in reload. But I don't think that E75 wants to poke out because the Tiger II was looking at him, waiting for him to do it. So I think it's going to have to be down to HemiKitten to try and put a round in, if she can. Almost loaded, 10 seconds to go. Hold on, Mr. E75. He's pulling back. We can get this round in. This will finish that 7201 off. Round out straight away, and oh, it didn't finish him off. 75 hit points. This left him on 100. So he's still around for another shot. And now our team is basically populating the enemy tank area. But one of them just got wiped out by the ship bomb. And the E75 just got taken out by the enemy GW Tiger P. So we did have an advantage because the enemy only had 4 tanks left, but now the enemy's starting to claw tanks back. Going for the enemy GW Tiger P. Round out. This should be a kill shot. It is! We got him. Well, that stopped him from doing any more damage. But we've lost sight of that VK7201, the one with just 100 hit points left. And we're also losing teammates because we've now down to just 5 tanks against 3. And there's the 7201. And we're almost loaded. We can get him out the game at least. Oh, and our GW, no, it's our Lorraine 15551 got him. So we're now moving, and I suspect that HemiKitten wants to try and get to the enemy cat area as quickly as she can, because there's a ship barn down there and an FV207, and the FV4005's got that 183mm gun, which is very, very deadly. And there's the FV207, and he's just shotgunned our T32 to get a reset. T-32s, I think, got fed up with that FV207 and is now chasing after him. That could be a mistake, because if the FV4005 is somewhere around the corner, he could just drive into a very big gun, firing a Hesh round that will wipe him out in one shot. Oh, there he is! There's the ship barn! Oh, we're dialing in, we fire a round out, and oh, we lose the T-32. I did predict it. I did predict it would happen, and unfortunately now we've got to the position whereby it's 3 Artys versus a tank destroyer and an Arty. And I think that's persuaded HemiKitten that she needs to get south as quickly as she can to avoid them coming north and wiping her out. Well, this is unusual. It looks to me like HemiKitten is going to sit on the peninsula here and shoot at her own cap and try and keep getting resets whilst the Lorraine goes down to the other end to cap. GWE 100 is going around the west side. Now HemiKitten's aiming for where she expects the enemy to be waiting. Looking for that. Oh, there's the FV. The FV's been spotted. Dialing in and round out. Direct hit. 1,026 hit points. The Lorraine can now go in and take out the FV. And he does! So now they've got it. They've got the FP4005. That means the major threat is gone. It's only the 207 now, and he's just killed our Lorraine. So now we're going to have to go in and cap. And it's the deep water here, so we need to be careful. Just on that corner is very deep water. I think you can suddenly find out if it drops off all of a sudden. But she's in, HemiKitten is now in the shallow stuff. You can see the huge chassis of the T-35 tank there. One of the reasons why David Fletcher MBE was saying that the T-35 was such a terrible tank was mainly because it was too long for the width. There's a sort of ratio you have to have of length to width on tanks, and if you don't have the right ratio, it means the tank can't turn very easily. In fact, it turns very badly indeed. Well, this is the Arty Noobs Kit Kat Chunky SU-14-2, which was ordered by Zoe Balls. It's got our logo on the side and the Kit Kat Chunky logo as well. And we did actually send the picture of this off to Roundtrees, who own, or Nestle I should say, who actually own the Kit Kat label, and asked if they wanted to send some product to Zoe by way of thank you. Haven't heard from them yet. But it's free advertising. Okay, now, HemiKitten's being cautious because this is where they discovered the FP207 the last time, and the GWE-100 is approaching the cap area, and he has been stunned, and there's the FP207. We can see him, and we're aiming at him now, trying to get a shot in. Can we get a kill shot? Route out. No! And the GWE is going after the FB. We've lost sight of the FP007. Now HemiKitten's going to go direct to the cap. She's not going to go around the back. She doesn't need to. And the GWE-100's looking around the other side now. And he's found the FP207. Now can we get a shot? I think it's a bit too close to that mountain for him to do it. Oh, we just lost the GWE. Our Geschutzwagen E100 has just been wiped out by the FP207, who's now heading north. Now the problem here is that if HemiKitten goes into the cap, she'll announce her position to the FP207, who's going to want to get a reset or get a shotgun. So she'll have to keep moving, because if the FP207 for any second suspects where HemiKitten is located, he'll spot, pull back, and then shoot at HemiKitten's last known position to get a reset. That way you can avoid pulling over into the cap area and getting shotgunned. Well, the FP207 must know she's here. And I'd be aiming towards the north, because I think that's the direction that, or rather to the northeast, northwest I should say, because that's the direction I think the FP207 took. HemiKitten's aiming towards directly towards the west, because that's where she thinks he's going to come from. Well, 48 seconds to go. Okay, and that's the minute hooter. So if the FB doesn't get a reset, and there he is, he's coming up. He's actually gone around the corner and he missed with his shotgun, and he can't get a reload in time. So this is definitely going to be HemiKitten's game. She doesn't even need to move, because he blew his shotgun. He should have come around the corner straight away. If he comes around the corner now, HemiKitten will finish him off and win the game by killing him. But if she doesn't come around the corner, She'll still win. Oh, and she did get him. And she's going to cap out as well. She did. So she not only got the last kill, she got the higher base XP and the extra points for killing all the enemy team. And she also gets an Invader medal. So congratulations there. Very nice round. And it's a first class tanker for HemiKitten in the SU-14-2. She also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She managed to get 10. And she got an Invader medal because she did actually technically win by capping out, even though she also killed the last enemy. Technically, it's a base cap. But it's because she capped out and managed to get at least 80 capture points in the process. So either way, you could say she won by killing all the enemy or by capping out. But a pretty good game. Let's have a look at the team score at the end of that one. Well, she didn't get the highest damage. That went to the FV4005 on the enemy team. He got 5,748 hit points of damage during that game. The VK7201 got 3,465. The next highest scorer was the E75 on our team with 3,239. HemiKitten managed to get 2,235 hit points during that game, which is still pretty high, still pretty good. And when it came to kills, it was the FV4005 who managed to get the highest amount. He got 4 kills. The 7201 got 3, so did the FV207. And HemiKitten managed to get 2 with a bunch of other tanks. And when it came to base XP, it was the Lorraine 15551 who managed to do best with 1,086, whilst HemiKitten managed to get 1,035 and the E75 957. So let's have a look at detail report. Well, she fired 12 rounds during that game. She got 7 direct hits, 2 penetration and 10 splash. Damage of 2,235 hit points, of which 2,096 were at more than 300 meters. She damaged 5 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did damage assistance of 451 hit points and stun assistance of 1,289 hit points off 10 stuns. She managed to get 100 capture points by capping out, and on the credit side she earned 46,229 credits, got 23,115 from the holiday ops, and that brought up a total after ammunition resupply of 46,424 credits. She received 1,553 XP, 777 for the personal reserve bonus, 311 for tactical training, don't know what that is, 621 for the personal missions payout, and 155 because she was playing in a platoon. So a total came to 3,417 experience points altogether. So a very good round. Nice to get an Invader medal in an Arty. I always say if you actually score an Invader medal in an Arty, you've actually been very sneaky and taken on the tanks role. And in fact, if you get a Raider Invader and the enemy never even saw you, then that's even more fun. But in this case, she definitely was seen by that FV207. And I think it was really his fluff up with that reset, because if he hadn't have got that reset, if he got the reset, he could have run away and it would have been a draw for sure. But as it is, he had to stay there, try and get another reset with his next round. When he exposed himself, HemiKitten was ready for him and shotgunned him straight away. So good round, HemiKitten. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.